Good morning. Welcome to the on-air open house. It's just a thrill to be here again.
It's always a thrill to be here.
Some days it's a thrill to be anywhere, isn't it?
It is.
Well, you know, at the end of last week's show, Bill just disappeared somewhere. We were looking
He
for
did. He disappeared
Don't
so
know
quickly.
where he went.
I know he was going to see clients.
Was he?
He was.
Well, you're back.
rushing
Where
out the
did you
door.
go last week? You just disappeared.
Just disappeared.
But you're back.
I'm back, Matt.
You're not going to tell us where you went, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, it's Radio Real Estate on AM 650 Radio. Thank you very much for joining us today. Sherry, how's your week been?
My week's been great. I've met a new buyer. There's a new buyer that met with me, and it was fantastic going through my home buyer's guide with her just to tell her what's going on. And I've had quite a few showings on some of my listings, and I have an open house today.
So we'll talk about that near the end of the show.
Yes.
So people want to come out and say hello to you, they can do that. So you heard his voice. He's back with us. We don't know where he went last week, but Bill Macklem, who is president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, is back, and you will have the weekly mortgage rate update in a few minutes, right?
I definitely will.
All
And
right.
those rates are great.
Yes, yes. And he will also answer your mortgage question of the week.
And later in the show, I'm going to be talking about, and Sherry and I were talking about this earlier, how difficult it is to find your trusted mortgage broker and realtor. Most people don't think that there's much to that. And I always say to people, selecting a mortgage broker and a realtor is much like selecting your next heart doctor. And people say, well, that's a little extreme to be saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, I'll tell you what. If you don't select the best mortgage broker and best realtor, during the process, you are going to have a heart attack. So, yeah, it's important.
All right, we see the tie-in.
Okay.
Yes, and Finn Jensen, our radio real estate handyman, says sometimes during a move, things get lost or they just disappear altogether like
Just
Bill.
disappear like Bill, but they come back if you're lucky. We'll also be giving you the opportunity to win a copy of that great book we've been giving away for the last couple of weeks. It's called Stay Out of Real Estate Jail, Your Lifeline to Real Estate. It's by Barbara Bell Olson. She is the managing broker at Royal LePage Westside. Fantastic book. If you're a real estate agent or if you're just interested in real estate, you might want to get a copy of this book, and you can win a copy free little later on in the show.
That sounds great. Well, Andrew Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty is going to talk to you, Tom, about the real estate market in the Tri-Cities real estate area.
And Doc Livingston of Remax Results Realty is on the show this morning to chat about seniors real estate and what you should do after you've listed your home.
And also, we'll be looking at a brand new project called Skyway Tower. It's a new multifamily housing project which is coming to Kingsway in Vancouver. Our special guest on the show this morning is John Skender, and he is one of the head honchos over at VMG Project Marketing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, it's 10:03 and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on AM 650.
And it's time now for the weekly mortgage rate update. Here is the head honcho from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. What's his name? Oh, yeah, Bill Macklem. Billy, what's going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the rates are great. We've all heard in the last week or two that the federal government has decided not to lower interest rates. And I think a lot of people in the industry miss that. Because what happens is a lot of times that people are waiting for the prime rate to increase because we've been hearing since 2009 that it's going to be increased drastically at any moment. Mind you, it's only been 5 years and it hasn't moved. But you know what? We're still going to be panicked about it because we're hearing all these people, so they must know something, so we better be ready. And I say to people all the time, you know what? Relax. It's not happening. So what happened to the last quarterly meeting with the federal government was they talked about no longer are they thinking about dropping the prime because of the stagnancy in the Canadian economy. And everybody missed that. Again, I'm kind of going, well, that was important too, because what happens is that back in 2009, we dropped the prime from bank, well, the bank prime went from 3 down to 2. So if you had a discounted mortgage back in those days, you're paying like 1.25. So that was what's going on to kind of get the economy going faster, and so they've decided not to do that. So then all of a sudden the Canadian dollar rebounded, and that's why the Canadian dollar is still strong. It's above 90 cents. So these are the things that people should be listening to, and what they happen to listen to is they listen to people that really don't know a whole lot about what the market's doing, but have heard from somebody who told somebody else that their friend that had somebody else thinks that if something happened, this rate might change.
All right, now you said the rates aren't going down. Are they going to go up?
No.
Okay.
Good. Well, we have a question this week. It comes from Jan Nablo of Port Coquitlam. Jan says, my mortgage is coming up for renewal in September. Is there anything I can do now?
Thanks, Sherry. Well, that's a great question from Jan. You know what? you can always talk to a mortgage broker. You might as well talk to your mortgage broker. That would be me. And give me a call, and I'll show you how to go through this process so that you get a pre-approval. Whether you use me or not is not critical. Obviously, I'd like you to, but bottom line is we make sure that you're looked after. And so getting a pre-approved mortgage just means that your bank has to stay on their toes and give you the best opportunity. In some cases, what happens is that you might decide to use us anyways. But in most cases, no matter what happens, you'll get the best rate and the best service. You always want to keep your bank on their toes. People are no different in banks than they are in any other industry. They start getting a little bit jaded when you've been working with them all this time, and so they become a little bit less aggressive and a little less service oriented, and so therefore you kind of got to shock them a little bit and say, hey, look, I'm thinking of leaving. What do you got? And that's what we do. We help you get the best rate. So yes, give us a call, get pre-approved. We'll tell you what the best rates are out there. If you want to take those rates back to your own bank and say, hey, these guys are doing this when you do any better, or if you want to use us, either way, get pre-approved, get a rate.
And how long do they hold that rate for?
They'll hold that rate for 120 days. That's 4 months. So we're way past the September renewal that she has.
Cool.
Great. Thank you, Bill. For more expert mortgage information online, you can visit billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Thank you, Sherry. It's 7 minutes after 10, 10:07 on the Radio Real Estate Show, and time now to check in with our Tri-City specialist. Her name is Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty. We have her on the line right now. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, Sherry.
Nice to have you back on the program. How's your summer going?
It's great, but it sure didn't feel like summer this past week. I felt like I was busy showing homes in November.
Well, I know you've been very busy. You've sold a lot of homes this past month, so I guess you're looking for some more inventory.
I sure am. And if you're having trouble finding the perfect home, then maybe custom home building might be a great option for you. There are many opportunities to custom home build in the Tri-Cities. For example, you can find an older home on a great lot, and you can look at knocking it down, or you can find a vacant, already serviced lot ready to build. I have two fantastic 1-acre opportunities available in the prestigious Ridgewood Estates in Amore, starting at only $589,900 for a lot on a cul-de-sac and backing onto G. Verity Parkland. And the other lot I have available on Uplands Drive features 1.3 acres and has spectacular mountain views, on the market for $749,900. If you'd like to learn more about custom home building, visit marcrafthomes.com, and we'd be happy to guide you through the process. Tomorrow from 9:30 to 4:30, come by and visit me and the Keller Williams Elite Realty team at the Newport Village Summer Days Festival. Enjoy live entertainment for all ages, delicious food, games, arts and crafts, sidewalk sales, and much more, all benefiting the Eagle Ridge Hospital Foundation. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
Whether you're buying or selling in the Tri-Cities, call Andrea Jacques at 604-783-3124. That's 604-783-3124. Or visit pgmre.com.
I see a bad moon rising. Kind of makes me want to sing a song. It's Radio Real Estate. Our time now is 9 minutes after 10 o'clock. In the next segment of our show, we will be looking at Skyway Tower. It's a new multifamily housing project on its way to Kingsway in Vancouver. Our special guest is John Skender of VMG Project Marketing, so I'm looking forward to that.
And Doc Livingston of Remax Results Realty joins us to discuss seniors real estate and what to do after you've listed your home.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas with our co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages, and our producer Dwayne Bishop, and you are listening to Radio Real Estate on AM 650.
Jim Perkins, president and founder of Fair Trade Works.
More than a third of Canadians plan to renovate or build this year. How many do you think get fair market value for their work?
Fair Trade Works introduces third-party construction advocacy to ensure homeowners are guaranteed quality and ensuring fixed costs at fair market value.
Our consultation and tendering process is free. Don't build without talking to us first.
Find out more at fairtradeworks.biz. fairtradeworks.biz.
This is Rima with the Delta Rise, Delta's tallest tower at 37 stories and great floor plans of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Are you renting? Why rent when you can own? Delta Rise is offering pre-construction pricing. Come out and take advantage now before our Experience Center closes this fall. For more information, visit us at the corner of Scott Road and 80th Avenue or online at deltarise.ca. Come find out what all the hype is about. It's why we call it 37 stories of wow.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem. In these busy and hectic times with family and business responsibilities, it is difficult to find the time to sit down with your mortgage broker and discuss all your mortgage options. I'm available to meet with you at your place of work, your home, our office, or at a place convenient for you. Please give me a call at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
Vancouver weather.
Not a bad forecast for today. Mainly sunny with a high of 22 degrees, except up to 25 degrees inland. UV index is 7 or high. Clear overnight, lows down to 14 tomorrow and Monday.
And tomorrow it's sunny with a high of 14, 27 inland. And on Monday it's sunny with a low of 15 and a high of 24.
And right now it is 20 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
AM 650.
Come down from your ivory tower.
Well, we're talking towers on the show today, not necessarily ivory, but we are talking towers. We have a gentleman at the other end of the line. We've had him on the show before. He's a great guy. Not only that, he's a darn fine realtor and a project marketer.
Really?
Yeah, really. What do you say, really? Like you don't believe me?
I do.
He is.
But, you know, it's so hard to find good people.
Well, it is. That's why I went to John Skender. We got him on the phone this morning. Hey, Johnny, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you doing, Tom?
I'm good. How was your Friday night, as if I don't know?
Friday night was wonderful. We had a wonderful evening of dinner and socializing. How was yours?
Don't say too much.
No, I'm not.
No. I'm glad you're with us this morning. First of all, let's tell the people, in case you're not too sure, you're a realtor, yes, with Sutton Center Realty.
I am indeed, and with the BMG Vancouver Marketing Group.
Now, you focus on project marketing as opposed to doing resales. Tell us what the difference is.
Well, with project marketing, Tom, you really got to focus on the fact that you're dealing with brand new product, very brand new product, and the fact that in order for a lot of these developments to get out of the ground and underway, the banks require that we have to pre-sell a certain number of them before we can even get going. So that takes a bit of specialization and trying to get that point across in a very clear way to all of our beloved buyers.
Now, you've been doing this for quite a few years.
I've been doing this for about 20 years now, the project marketing, yes.
It's not too bad. He's only 25.
Wow.
So he's been doing this since he's been 5 years old. You've got a great new project over in Kingsway. It's called Skyway Tower, and if people are watching our show on the television portion of the program, we have a picture of the project. Now, tell us a little bit about it, John.
Well, the Skyway Tower is, in my opinion, our landmark so far. It's in Vancouver, in the heart of Vancouver East, and Vancouver East is just exploding right now in popularity and value. It's just incredible. Skyway Tower being right on Kingsway, it's right in the heart of the city, and it is right in the heart of the Norquay Community Plan, which is a designated area by the City of Vancouver for a complete and total facelift. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Now, we're looking at this building, and it seems really strange to me. It's a fairly tall building, but it seems to have brick all the way around. Are my eyes deceiving me?
No, they're not, Tom. That's one of our top features. Is this is, in all likelihood, the only new development that I have seen in all of Vancouver and Burnaby, where we've got 12 stories with a 360-degree brick facade around it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Now, if anybody is watching our program as well, you might want to go to this website, skywaytower.com, just the way it sounds, skywaytower.com, and follow along. You were talking about the revitalization of Vancouver East, and you and I were chatting in your office this past week, and you were telling me that a lot of the Point Grey youngsters, call them youngsters if you wish, that have maybe inherited homes over there are making the move, and they're bringing their West Side mannerisms with them over to the East Side.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of people coming over from the west side over to the east side right now in specific pockets, and I think the secret is that Vancouver East is it all locates around how far are we from downtown. Vancouver East is right there, and some of the neighborhoods are absolutely gorgeous. And this of course, being one of them, it's what we're building it to be.
I tell the story all the time because I grew up on the west side, up in West Point Grey by the UBC, and my mother didn't want me going east of Alma Street. And I said to her, Mom, there's a whole world out there.
What's the cross street on this one here?
It's the cross street is 2699, so it would be right between Earls and Nanaimo. Those are the two main streets. It's slap dab in the middle. It's actually, for all those old Vancouverites like myself and you, it's actually the old Wally's hamburger site.
I know that place.
I missed that place.
Yeah.
I remember that place.
Yes, who is that on the phone now with you?
Yeah, that's my co-host. That's Sherry Brown.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. And you know what? I was talking with Bill about this earlier, how East Van, it really has changed. it's just up and coming now, and like you say, a lot of people from the west side are moving into the east side, and it doesn't have that same connotation that it had a few years ago.
No, it's all like I don't believe in this town, and I believe you're a real estate agent as well. In this city, I just don't think there's such a thing as a bad or questionable neighborhood anymore. It doesn't exist. I haven't seen it.
No.
Well, you know, people always keep talking about Main Street being revitalized, and it's the new up-and-coming trendy place in Vancouver. But you and I were talking about east of Main Street, and I said to you, it's starting to look like a little new West Point Grey over there.
It is. It's like I said, if we focus in on the Norquay community where the Skyway Tower is, the city of Vancouver highlighted this as one of their key sites, and it's actually right across the street from Norquay Park. And Norquay Park, the city of Vancouver kindly, they put a lot of money into it, and it is an absolutely wonderful park with kids running around everywhere, and it's just beautiful. And we're right across the street from it. It's just gorgeous.
Well, you mentioned the park, so obviously this might be a great place for somebody maybe that has a youngster or maybe somebody that's moving up in the marketplace to have a look at.
Well, you know what? I think, as we all know, if you can stay in the city and bring up a family, that's quite a feat these days, the way values are.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular building, we're right next to John Cunningham Elementary and Killarney High Schools. We've got the park across the street from us. We're right on a main arterial route where you're basically 15 minutes from downtown. And the views at the Skyway Tower, remember, we're on the north side of Kingsway, so you're never going to lose your views. The views are just off the charts.
And, of course, transportation is right at your doorstep.
It's right there. You walk outside, and you've got bus routes going in either direction. It's just wonderful.
What sizes are the suites? Where do they start, and where do they go to in each unit?
Well, depending on what people look for, we've got one bedrooms. Now, remember, this is concrete as well, so you'll be a little shocked with this. We've got one bedrooms from $244,900, and they do go all the way up to $319,900, and that, of course, would be for something on the 12th floor, or 11th floor, pardon me.
Wow, wonderful.
Yeah, I've got junior two-bedroom units, junior two bedrooms, which is with one bathroom, from $314,900 to $354,900.
That's interesting. Now, what about downsizers? Do you have any of those people coming by to have a chat with you?
People that are downsizing?
Mm-hmm.
We do. We do have people that are from the community, from that area, that are downsizing. And to be very, very honest with everyone, it's kind of hard, like it was for my folks. You know, when you're coming from a house, no matter how beautiful it is, it's kind of hard for people to make that transition. And once they make that transition in their mind, then it's all free sailing from there, as long as they're in the same neighborhood.
Well, that's just it. I think if they're moving from a big home, they sell the home, they move into a place like Skyway Tower, they can afford to get rid of their crappy old furniture and buy some brand new stuff.
Well, love the way you put things, Tom.
Well, I noticed as well is that that new project you're talking about is pretty close to the John Norquay Elementary School, which is going to good again for making sure that it's family oriented. You got some new areas that people can move to. There, and you said young people from the west side are moving to the east side. It kind of gives a better choices.
Well, one more thing I'm going to point out. This is not your atypical building. We don't have electric heat. We've actually got baseboard hot water heat in these units, and that's something that's good. That's becoming very popular in the newer buildings. It's more energy efficient, and I think, as we all know, you've got that baseboard hot water heat. It's a really nice type of heat. We also have a window wall system where we've got huge windows in these units, and the windows actually form as part of the structure, which allows us to do it. It's a very expensive way to do it, but the end result is just unbelievable. It's just beautiful to have those big windows.
So I think what we're talking here, John, is we're talking luxury accommodations at affordable prices.
Well, I certainly like to think so, and our building's going to be finished in about 2.5 to 3 months. So we've got a lot of people coming in right now and picking up I think we're down to about approximately 35 to 40 units out of 130, and the units are on the north side, they're on the south side, they're on the second floor, they're on the 12th floor. We got them scattered all over, so the choice is fantastic.
Now, John, Sherry always likes to ask this question. I'm going to turn things over to Sherry. You go for it, girl.
Now, yes, John, I am a realtor actually with REMAX, and one of the questions I always ask our developers is, do you cooperate with realtors?
Always. That's what the business is all about, is working with one another. So our doors are always open.
And also, when is your show home open?
Well, you can come by today. We've got the weekends going right now from 12 noon till 5.
Perfect.
Yeah, and like I said, we're just busy working away here, and we can, people can actually see what a finished unit looks like. Unfortunately, we're not quite at the stage yet where we can take people up to, let's say, the 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th floor because it's still a construction zone, and we could get into a lot of trouble for that.
And you don't have enough hard hats to begin with, so there you go.
Pretty much.
Let me ask you a little bit. Could you, Bill, do you have a question?
Well, I'm just going to make a point here that my wife is going to love this place.
Is she?
Well,
Does she know
I'm just
she's
looking on the
moving in?
Google Maps here as we're talking. Purdy's Chocolatier.
Oh, well, there you are.
Factory shop is only like 2 blocks away.
You could throw a rock and hit the building. It's right there.
Absolutely.
And their chocolate is delicious.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is a good deal now.
It's not a bad deal at all. I told you we wouldn't steer you wrong. We got John on the show. He'd take you to where you wanted to go. John, listen, before we go, tell us a little bit about the developer.
The developer, it's Thind Properties. It's a gentleman and a very good friend. His name is Mr. Daljit Thind. And we've been developing now for about the last 10 years, primarily in the city of Vancouver and in Burnaby. And we've done quite a bit in Vancouver East, and that seems to be what we're really good at. People know our name now, and when they come in to see our product, they're expecting some quality, and that's what we deliver.
Now, you mentioned that you fellows are very good friends. You still have to call him Mr., or do you just call him Daljit?
I like calling him Mr. Daljit Thind when I'm on the radio, but when we're together, I call him all kinds of things.
I know, I've heard you. So you're open today, right?
We're open today, and we're open tomorrow. And we are also open for private appointments and viewings. So if your lovely cohort there wanted to see something, let's say on a Tuesday evening, we could certainly accommodate.
Perfect.
Is there a number, John, that folks can call?
436-1100.
That's 604-436-1100, or go to the website, which is skywaytower.com, just the way it sounds, skywaytower.com. If they come out and have a look, will you be there?
I'm going to be there today, and I'm going to be there tomorrow, and I believe I'll be on holidays the following week. So I'd love to meet some of the nice folks that come and visit us.
Why is everybody going on holiday except for me? I don't understand this.
Look, Tom.
Yeah.
It's August. It's sunny.
Uh-huh.
People go on holidays. You got to go on a holiday once in a while.
Yeah. Well, who's going to do the show if I go on holiday? Yeah. There you go. John, listen. Always, as usual, it's a pleasure talking with you. Good luck on this. It's 2699 Kingsway. Drop by and see John Skender today. Tell him you heard him on the radio and. Give him the raspberry if you want.
Okay. Thank you very, very much for having me on today. I really appreciate it. And the both of you have a wonderful day.
You enjoy your day. Thank you, John. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. That's John Skender. And, of course, we're talking about Skyway Tower. Their website is skywaytower.com. Telephone number, if you want any more information, 604-436-1100. 604-436-1100. Sounds like it's a good place.
A very nice-looking building.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yes.
I'm just looking online here, and there's some great places. There's moody music right beside it.
You're still shopping.
Yeah. I'm looking at all the places around us. I mean, like it's in a great location.
And look at the picture. Brick all the way around.
It looks gorgeous.
Can't go wrong. And the price point's pretty damn good, too. Skywaytower.com. Oh, he's got a little tablet here. He's got a picture. I love technology. Technology is great when it works.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thanks again, John. 24 minutes after 10, 10:24 on the Radio Real Estate Show, and it's time now to check in with our Radio Real Estate Senior Specialist. His name is Doc Livingston. Doc, good morning.
Morning, Tom. How are you this morning?
I'm wonderful. I'm always great when I get to talk to you, our resident seniors expert. Doc, tell me a little bit more about yourself in case I've never heard about Doc Livingston. I'm a newcomer to the show. I'm getting toward those senior years myself, and I want to know what Doc Livingston is all about.
I was born in southern Manitoba, moved to the coast in 1982. I've been involved in the real estate industry for a long time. I'm a registered seniors real estate specialist, which means that I've had some very specific training on how to work with seniors. And the funny part about this whole thing is that I happen to be one myself. I actually downsized about 4 years ago, I guess, now.
Well, that's a good thing for all of your clients because they're dealing with somebody that's roughly in their same age group, so you understand what they're going through.
Pretty much.
You've come over, we've talked. I said, yeah, okay, Doc, you can sell my house. Let's do this. We signed an agreement. You're now my realtor. We're going to put the house on the market. What do I do now?
What we do, and when we come over and we get your house on the market, we get it listed. We've set up a complete plan of everything that's going to happen, and right down to putting up a calendar on your wall letting you know of everything that's going to happen. We schedule open houses. We schedule different services coming in. You're going to have professionals coming in taking pictures. We provide a stager consultation, so you're going to have an interior designer coming in just sitting down with you and just kind of helping you a little bit with organizing some of the stuff and just putting away a little clutter and so on, just to help make your house more saleable, because at the end of the day, we're going to try and get you as much money as we possibly can for your home. But, I think that the big point of this whole thing is that at this point in time, basically, you don't have to do very much because we look after it all.
Is this going to cost me extra, Doc, for this kid glove service?
All part of our service.
Wow. Okay, now there's a deal. Doc, somebody's tuning in. They're thinking, this sounds pretty good. What's your number at the office?
604-472-0811.
And you have a fantastic website, and how do we find that?
We just go online and we go to www.homehuntersbc.com.
That's homehuntersbc.com. This is great news when a realtor can come on the show with us and say that you actually have buyers that have money that are looking for homes in the $700,000 range.
Right now, we've got a very, very strong market for homes in the $700,000 range. It seems to be second-time buyers and people coming from outside of the province and so on. And we have an extremely strong market at this time. We've got people coming in from places like Calgary and Toronto and so on wanting to buy homes. And right at this moment, we don't have that much to show them. So we're looking for some really nice properties in that price range. I can absolutely assure you that if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, there is no better time than right now. The prices are great. Our mortgage rates are fantastic. It's just the perfect time. If you're kind of sitting on the fence, now's the time.
You could have that house sold by September, be on your way, and the new people could be in there getting ready to send the kids off to school.
Something interesting. We're seeing a lot of people now that are selling their homes. They got $700,000-$800,000, but really that's their retirement money.
Mm-hmm.
Places like Clinton and smaller towns in the community, they're just offering fabulous services to seniors and newcomers and so on. And people are taking and buying a home there for maybe a quarter of what they had here. Similar home, though, and having the cash and just happy as bugs.
Well, as you say, you could go to a place like that, take the money and live like you're royalty. I know that you have a brand new listing to tell us about. First time on the radio. I'm all ears.
It's in New Westminster. The address is 615 Belmont Street. It's on the 16th floor. It's a corner unit and it faces southwest. It's very large. It's 1,204 square feet. It's a two-bedroom, two-bath condo, all new flooring. It's just a really nice unit. It's bright and priced at only $289,800.
That's a good deal.
An absolute bargain. We've got cleaners going in and the floor plans done and so on. That's all being done on Mondays.
Now, next week, what are we going to chat about?
We're going to chat about preparing for the move. That can be a very stressful time. See your lawyer or notary this week. Have your power of attorney in place. Update, review your will. And for anything to do with real estate, call me, Doc Livingston. I make house calls. This is Doc Livingston for Radio Real Estate.
Doc, before you go, what's really in that little black bag, or do you not want to say today?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, talk to you next week.
Thanks. You have a great week.
Get more information on the seniors real estate market by calling Doc at 604-787-7028. That's 604-787-7028. Or visit homehuntersbc.com. That's homehuntersbc.com. And remember, Doc makes house calls.
Yes, he does, and he's going to bring that little black bag over. So if you find out before I do what's in that little black bag, give us a call, y'all. Looking forward to that.
Could be some phone calls.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. 28 minutes after 10 o'clock, it's the Radio Real Estate Show. In our next segment, we'll be giving away 2 copies of Barbara Bell Olson's brand new book titled Stay Out of Real Estate Jail, Your Lifeline to Real Estate. So call in now to the radio station. Our telephone number is 604-280-0650, 604-280-0650, or 1-877-280-0650. If you can't make it down to the radio station to pick up your prize, don't worry about it, because we're going to have Barbara Bell Olson mail these out. Like, a lot of realtors are frugal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not Barbara. Oh, no.
She's out there.
She's paying for it. So get on the line now, whether you're a real estate agent or not. 604-280-0650 or long distance 1-877-280-0650.
And I'll have this week's celebrity real estate gossip. Today I'm talking about Renee Zellweger and Rosie O'Donnell.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yes.
That's kind of opposite ends of the scale.
It is.
That'll kind of take a long time to talk about Rosie, won't it? Never mind. It's Tom Lucas with our co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages, and our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate. Give us a call now to get that book on AM 650.
Jim Perkins, president and founder of Fair Trade Works.
There's a big difference between what contractors feel they should charge and the real price of labor and materials. We're proud to introduce a new system to drive quality, promote transparency in housing costs, and save you money.
Fair Trade Works' new system provides wholesale pricing on materials and pre-vetted labor, access to budgeted designers, and more. Details at fairtradeworks.biz.
We deliver on quality, we deliver on price.
Find out more at fairtradeworks.biz. fairtradeworks.biz.
Hi, this is Rima with Delta Rise, Delta's tallest tower at 37 stories and great floor plans of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Are you renting? Why rent when you can own? Delta Rise is offering pre-construction pricing. Come out and take advantage now before our Experience Center closes soon. For more information, visit us at the corner of Scott Road and 80th Avenue or online at deltarise.ca. Come find out what all the hype is about. It's why we call it 37 stories of wow.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
This is CISL Vancouver. All-time favorites. AM 650.
AM 650.
Call up the studio.
Now, if you're to call the studio now, 604-280-0650, 604-280-0650, or if it's a long-distance call, we'll pay for it. It's 1-877-280-0650. Long-distance call, toll-free, 1-877-280-0650. If you're a realtor yourself or know somebody who is a realtor, if you're just interested in real estate, this is the book that you want to get.
It is. And Barbara Bell Olson is like the premier lady in the Lower Mainland to tell you all about staying out of real estate jail.
She knows her stuff.
She does.
She always in real estate jail, and I'm not even a realtor. And she's good enough to come down and bail me out.
Wow.
Isn't that nice?
We'll have to talk to her.
Well, we will. We have talked to her. We'll talk to her again.
No, we want to talk to her about getting you out of jail.
Oh, getting you out of jail. 604-280-0650 is the telephone number. 604-280-0650. Long distance, it's 1-877-280-0650. Mike is on the line. Mike, good morning.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Whereabouts are you, Mike?
I'm in North Vancouver.
Well, nice. Nice sunny day over there?
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Are you a real estate agent?
No, I'm not.
Do you know any?
I haven't met any recently.
Well,
oh, good.
You're lucky.
Hey!
I don't have any money for it right now.
Well, yeah, there you go. Well, you know what? If you had some money, they'd probably try and borrow it off you. So we're just kidding.
Tom!
Mike knows we're kidding, and all the realtors know we're kidding.
You know, this is a great book even if you're not a realtor, and even if you don't know any realtors.
Yeah.
It talks a lot about real estate and things that can go wrong.
So, Mike, are you, I know you're not buying or selling today, but are you interested in real estate? Is that why you're listening to this show, or you just stumbled upon the show?
I like to listen to it partly because it kind of keeps me updated in terms of what's going on in the city.
Well, that's good. Good news.
I kind of take the approach that, it's good. It provides good knowledge, or informs me.
Well, you see, that's what I try to do in this show, Mike, because I'm not a realtor or mortgage broker myself, as you know. So what I do in the program is I surround myself with people that are experts at what they do.
Right.
And I just ask the stupid questions and laugh. Have a good time.
That's probably why I like listening to your show. Because I'm the same way. So.
Well, that's two of us. You and I should get together and have a coffee. Mike, please stay on the line. If you haven't given Dwayne all the information, but give him your name, your telephone number, your email address if you have one. And I'll ship that over to Barbara Olson on Monday, and she will actually mail you a copy so you don't have to worry about coming over here to pick up the darn book.
Perfect. Thank you.
Fantastic. So stay on the line. Make sure Dwayne has all your information. Our number again, 604-280-0650, 604-280-0650. And if you're a long-distance call, it's 1-877-280-0650. So we have one more book to give away, so we'll just keep that handy, and you can call between now and the end of the show. And if you call in, we'll just give it to you.
Excellent.
Free.
Great choice.
Free.
Nice fella. Nice fella.
Nice fella?
Nice to hear the type of people that actually listen to the show.
It is. They're real, down-to-earth people.
Yeah.
And any guy that likes me is a good guy.
I don't think he said that really. Did
Well,
he?
that's what he
really go.
No, just a minute.
Far.
No. That's what he meant. I explained what I do here in the show, and he said that's why he listens. Anyway, if you want to get more information on the book while you're calling in, Barbara's website is Barbara Bell Olson, and again, just the way it sounds, BarbaraBellOlson.com, or her telephone number at her office is 604-261-9311, 604-261-9311. At the end of the show last week, we had a gentleman call in who wanted to buy a copy of the book for his son, who was a realtor, right? So you know what? If you haven't bought that book and you're listening to the show today and you want to call in, we have another copy to give away, so save yourself some money.
Yes.
And get the book. Hey, are you ready for some real estate gossip on the big and famous stars?
I am.
Well, all right, let's do this. Time now for Sherry Brown. and
Thank
celebrity real estate gossip.
Thank you, Tom. Well, Renee Zellweger's 3-story colonial farm estate in Connecticut is officially back on the market, this time asking $1.6 million. The Bridget Jones actress Zellweger bought the Cotton Tavern back in 2004. Zellweger tossed it back on the market in 2011, asking $1.5 million. It's unclear why the place had trouble selling, and after all, who wouldn't want 39 acres, a one-bedroom guest house and 2,000 square foot barn, and a helicopter landing area? But here's hoping the market for farmhouses have improved in the last 3 years in Connecticut. And the person Donald Trump loves to hate, Rosie O'Donnell, is selling her New York properties. The 4 properties that made up her compound overlooking the Hudson River is for sale. And O'Donnell collected the 4 adjacent properties in the picturesque hamlet between 2002 and 2008. It is listed for $2.5 million, and it's rumored Rosie is returning to The View this year. I'm sure Donald will be very happy about that.
He's not the only one.
And that's your celebrity real estate gossip today.
And you know what? If you want to get more celebrity real estate gossip online, just go to our website, which is RadioRealEstateJuly26th2014.ca, and right there, Bill, on the home page, you can click on the little, they call it an icon.
Really?
Unlike you, who's an icon in the world of
my own
mortgages.
mind.
Your own mind?
In my own mind.
Me too. Just click on that icon and you can get all the celebrity real estate gossip you want online
Really?
for free.
I'm going to try that right now.
Yes, you can.
You can try that. But before you do that, let's tell the folks that next week you're going to be on special assignment. Again, like I just said to John Skinner, everybody's going on special assignment.
I have to. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really needed. I mean, we haven't had anybody give us any kind of valuations of the San Francisco area.
No.
Not in the years that I've been here.
No.
And so I'm thinking that you asked me to do something special, so I said, okay, I'll do the best I can, and I'll arrange this thing. So I mean, I know I want to stay here, but I'll go. I'll go.
And I don't think anyone's gone to Bora Bora to do real estate prices. So maybe.
Are you going there?
Maybe I'll go to Bora Bora.
Good choice. But I'm just going to do
That's
San Francisco.
that's
and
fantastic.
We're going to go down to Napa Valley and Sonoma, where I have an aunt down in San Mateo. San Mateo. Near the airport, so I haven't seen her in a couple of years, so it'll be good to see her again. And she's
not what she
she's
says.
the last of the Macklams, so.
Oh, gee. Your mom and your aunt?
No, my aunt really was a Macklem. My mom married into it.
Oh, that's right.
So we do keep a separation here. We just don't let anybody in.
So, but you will be with us on the show next week.
I'll be with you
live from San Francisco.
Live from San Francisco. Yeah,
oh,
it's easy for you to say.
Yeah, he's already on vacation.
So you're going to be visiting those missions and the wineries?
Yes,
I thought so.
Because it's so hot down there. You got to stay hydrated, and so I'm just going to try to stay hydrated. Just so I can make sure that I'll be fresh on Saturday morning for the show.
We had a friend, God rest his soul, but he used to say, "You see this bottle of wine?" He goes, "Yeah." He says, "Saved my life. I nearly died of dehydration. It saved my life." So that's cool. All right. So next week, San Francisco.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, the next 2 weeks you'll be in San Francisco.
Next 2 weeks, next 2 Saturdays.
So you'll have lots to report on.
Oh, it'll be very interesting. Well, there's what they call the sisters, those homes that were built back in the 30s that are all, I guess they're on a sloping street, and they're probably one.
They're all sloping streets in San Francisco.
Well, I guess that's true too. But apparently, it's the most photographed area of the city in terms of history and architect.
You mentioned a couple of sisters. The only sisters I don't know, there were a couple of nuns. That's another story.
Yeah, I don't know any sisters.
I don't know. 10:39 is the time. It's the Radio Real Estate Show, and coming up in the next portion of the program, Bill, you've got something special to chat about. Yeah,
having a mortgage broker realtor team is so important. You'll be using these people not only this one time to buy your property. It's likely you're going to be using them over the next 5 to 10 years. And you need to have someone that you can refer to that are actually on your behalf looking after your best interests. There's not a financial incentive there. It's just people looking after people.
It would be nice to have somebody who's looking out for my best interests because apparently I'm not doing such a good job.
I think you're doing a darn good job.
I'm looking forward to that. Hey, good morning. This is Tom Lucas with our co-host, Sherry Brown of RE/MAX Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, and our producer, the effervescent and always friendly and very talented Dwayne Bishop. I have to say
is that The Rock?
No.
That's not.
No, that's Dwayne Johnson.
That's Dwayne Johnson.
But he's not The Rock anymore. He's just a movie actor now.
Well, that's true. Dwayne is?
Yeah, he's playing Hercules.
Oh, you're kidding. I thought he just was the producer here.
No, that's a different guy.
Oh, it's a different guy.
Yeah. Gee whiz. It's Radio Real Estate on AM 650. Good morning.
Jim Perkins, president and founder of Fair Trade Works.
More than a third of Canadians plan to renovate or build this year. How many do you think get fair market value for their work?
Fair Trade Works introduces third-party construction advocacy to ensure homeowners are guaranteed quality and ensuring fixed costs at fair market value.
Our consultation and tendering process is free. Don't build without talking to us first.
Find out more at fairtradeworks.biz. fairtradeworks.biz.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. As a successful broker-owner, I have developed a team of mortgage professionals that support me and my clients. If you're confused with all the mortgage chatter of do's and don'ts, my mortgage team is ready to answer your questions to determine the best mortgage for you. Call 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
Vancouver weather.
Mainly sunny today with a high of 22 degrees on the coast, 25 degrees inland. UV index is 7 or high. Overnight, it should be mostly clear with a low down of 14.
And if you drive a convertible, it's top-down weather tomorrow. Sunny with a high of 14 and 27 inland. Monday's the same thing, sunny with a high of 24.
Now, make sure when Sherry says top down, she means the car and not you, okay? Right now, it is 22 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
AM 650.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun.
Yeah, it's the House of the Rising Sun. Well, maybe not quite, but
Really?
what's the House of the Rising Sun, Dad? Go ask your mother. Remember those days? Go ask your
Yes.
mother. And then she'd make up some convoluted story.
No, she said go ask your dad.
Oh, yeah. And around you went. It's the Radio Real Estate Show. Now, Sherry, if somebody listens to the program live on the radio and they say, like, well, for instance, that John Skender guy was talking about that apartment building, and I don't know, the Skyway Tower or Sky Tower or something like that, and they want to get all the information, what can they do?
They can do a couple of different things, but one of the things they can do is they can go to our website at radiorealestatejuly26th2014 and click on the podcasts, and you can download the podcasts, or you can click on show clips at the top of the screen, and it will bring you to that specific clip. Also, you can click on our YouTube video.
Wow.
And watch us. Watch the previous show.
Now, I don't know if they want to watch it or not, because...
They could watch it if they wanted to see us.
So is that why you keep telling Bill and I, watch it?
That's exactly why.
Wasn't too sure
yes.
which it is. Now I know why, so that's good. So RadioRealEstateJuly26th2014 is our website, RadioRealEstateJuly26th2014. Just all sorts of great information there for you.
Lots of great information, and not only that, you can also tweet us, and you can also like us on Facebook.
Now, Billy Mack has that up on his tablet already.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we got listen live, Radio Real Estate Show. Listen to our podcast now. I won't do that because it'll interfere with us.
Because it'll confuse us, yeah.
Be our mortgage question, show clips. So you can go to show clips, just like Sherry said. I'm clicking it on, and I'm not a really great techie guy, so this is really
It's very
simple.
user-friendly.
So now if Bill can use it, then anybody can use it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I like the part, too. You notice how he snuck in the part about be our mortgage question.
Yes.
So, folks, if you do have a mortgage question, it's on the website. Just go to the website, radiorealestatejuly26th2014, and they can just leave their question.
Absolutely. You know what? There's so many people out there, they need to know things. They need to know different questions. They may not have a mortgage broker. And, Bill is always here and always available, so you can be our mortgage question for the week, and you'll be featured, and we'll talk about you on the radio.
And he's going to give you some free advice.
Free advice.
Not only that, he may come over to your house, bring either some Timbits or a kielbasa, depending on what type of year it is.
I might even bring my mom's special cookies.
I thought you were going to say you might even bring your mom.
She doesn't travel as much as she used to.
Doesn't get out as much as she used to.
Well, she likes to travel, but she's much more selective as she's getting more selective in her ways.
You just never know, though, who she may have the opportunity to visit with.
Exactly.
Well, take her on the next call.
I'll take her on the next call.
All
I
right.
think she'll like that because she likes getting around and she likes meeting people.
And she's a very friendly lady.
Very friendly, and she loves to cook.
Met her a couple of times. You should bring it out. You know what? When you go away next time, not this time to San Francisco, but the next time, get your mom to fill in for you.
She'd love to do it.
I think that'd be fine. It's 10:45 on the Radio Real Estate Show.
Money, 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 money.
Yeah, money. That's what it's all about. Money in the bank. That's what it's really all about.
Oh, yeah.
Now, earlier in the show, you said that right now we're going to discuss putting your team together. That includes your realtor and your mortgage broker. Why should I have a team, Bill?
Well, as you were saying off air earlier, is you deal with the dentist, and you do the dental show.
Yes.
And you're commenting about them.
Well, Dr. Zokol and Dr. Bobby Birdie come in here every once in a while, and we have a little chit-chat about putting implants in your teeth. And I asked them one day, I said, do you ever have to correct another dentist's work? And they said, oh, yeah. So you do the same thing?
We do the same thing.
Without pulling teeth?
Well, sometimes it feels like pulling teeth. As you can probably understand, everything we do has a lot of bodily pain.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're going to have a heart attack, pulling teeth, It's like my exercise program, jumping to conclusions.
Nice. Or get a pain in the
I was wondering
neck.
what program that was.
Exactly. So what happens is we get a lot of clients coming in that get some advice, but the advice is only focused on a very narrow portion of their entire lifestyle. Mortgages and financing, I mean, it's not done in a vacuum. It's all part of how we live our lives. I say to people all the time, I said, you're never going to be this young again. So make sure that what you're doing on your mortgage financing or your personal financing is going to be good not only for today, but it's going to be good for 20 years from today.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to be so frugal that you're going to crunch everything down so that you can make this payment so you can get rid of this mortgage, because that's what we've all been taught, to the detriment of not being able to do anything with your young kids. So when your house is paid, taking your 20-year-old son to go for his soccer lessons is not going to work, because by that time he's already gone.
You see, that's exactly, Bill, what happened in my family when I was growing up. My parents come from that generation where they believe that you pay off that mortgage as quickly as you can, and to heck with the kid.
Yeah.
No, well, it's not quite that. It wasn't that bad.
But you can see my point.
Yeah.
Is that there's a balancing act going on here. So you got to make sure of that. So people come to me all the time and they say, well, if I can get a 5-year rate at 2.99, I'm going to take the 4-year rate at 2.79, and I kind of that's what, a coffee a week.
Yeah.
And you're going to take the chance that in 5 years' time that the rate has not risen any higher than 2.79? Why would you do that? Go to the 2.99 if you're concerned about the rates moving upwards, which I've been saying earlier in the show that's not really coming very quickly. Or go into a variable rate, which is much more stable, and make the payments as if you had a 2.99 rate, and now you're paying down your mortgage. You're paying down your principal. You're making sure that you're putting the money towards your mortgage as opposed to giving it to the bank to give you a little bit of security, because we all know banks always look after your best interests.
Let me ask you, and I'll put you on the spot here, and if you don't want to play ball with me, that's fine. But again, before the show, and I said I'm going to ask you the question like we talked to the dentist. Do you do repair work from other people's bad work? And you said, yeah, you do too. Give me an example. Don't mention any names, of course, but maybe can you give us a little example of people have come into your office, they're upset because some other mortgage person or a bank has messed around with them?
What happens a lot of times is that you'll have a client come into you and they've been to see a realtor, and the realtor's referred them to who they thought was a trusted person, but maybe they haven't been around all that long. I had one client that I'm still working with him today. Great guy, changed jobs a few times, but still has good credit, has good income, and they've been turned down. And not only did this individual who was looking after this client get them turned down at one bank, they got them turned down at 8 banks.
Wow.
So when I try to get in to fix it up, we're very trustworthy. Like, the banks trust us, and so when I sent it out the one time, the bank said, we've already seen this. Like what's different this time? How come your app is a little bit different than their app? And so what I did is I stepped back. I go get extra information to make sure that what I'm saying is actually true. I mean, we always think it's true, but I want to have more documentation, so I can prove to the lender. Excuse me. I can prove to the lender that this information is correct, and maybe the other person presented it incorrectly.
Interesting. Oh, we have a gentleman by the name of, is it a guy or a girl? It's a guy? Gentleman by the name of Marty on the phone. He called in to win the book, so congratulations to you. But Marty is also on the phone. And Bill, after you finish coughing, I think he has a question for you. Marty, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm darn fine. Thank you for calling in. What part of town are you in, Marty?
Actually, I'm in Langley right now, just driving.
Oh, good. So drive carefully, hands-free, and you have a question?
Hands-free, yep.
That's it. Do you have a question for Bill, do you?
Yes, I do. I'd like to call him on something that he said. He said that putting together a real estate agent and a mortgage broker, you then have a team that's working in your best interest with no financial incentive. Now, that last part, with no financial incentive, is he implying that neither the real estate nor the mortgage broker has a financial interest in doing a deal for you? Because that's misleading. They both have a financial interest and a financial incentive. The real estate agent, perhaps a lot more than the mortgage broker, but they both have a financial interest in doing a deal. Do they not?
Marty, that's a great point, and you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. We do get paid commissions by selling you a house or doing the mortgage for the home. You're absolutely correct. What I was trying to get across there, obviously I didn't get that across very clearly. What I was saying is that after you've done that and we've been paid, we're still there for you ongoingly. Even though you may never use us again for other financing or another home, you still have us as a resource so that you can use us continuously so that you get the best advice possible. So that's what I was trying to get across. So I apologize I didn't get that to you.
And pay you again if you do another deal. Yeah.
If we do another deal. But I find over the years that a lot of people need to have someone to talk to that doesn't have their hand in your pocket every time. That you can ask them a question about whether I was thinking of doing this kind of financing, or I'd like to do something else for my kids. What can I do? Or I might have lost my job, and what are my options? What can I do now? And I find that over the years that there's not a lot of people out there that you can actually talk to.
Okay, good. I'm glad you cleared it up.
Well, I'm glad you did. You're the sharper one.
And Marty, I want to say, you do get something in life for free. You got a copy of that book for you. We're going to get all your information. I'm going to send it over to the author. She's going to send it to you this week. And all it cost you was your time for listening to the show. So I guess it did cost you a little bit, but at least it didn't cost anything out of your pocket.
Good. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Have a great weekend. Thank you, and we appreciate you listening to the program. Good question for Marty. And that's true.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry I didn't get that across a little bit more clearly.
It's all about working for your client. And, yes, we do get paid, sometimes a very nice commission, but it's all about working for that client, making sure that their needs are being met. Because,
True.
that's our job.
Yeah.
it's about making sure their needs are met.
And I guess in a lot of ways, all brokers, all realtors will get paid on any file. And it's no different than a dentist getting paid on fixing your teeth. Are the teeth fixed correctly or not? You don't know. And is your mortgage the best mortgage you could have had? We don't know, and the realtor, you don't know.
Right.
So what you're trying to do is you're trying to find that team of people that you either have been recommended to by somebody else, or they're looking after your best interests. You want to run with people that don't need to do the deal because they have a mortgage payment or a car payment to be made. They're working with you because they're trying to get you the best deal possible, whether it's 5% down, 20% down, 50% down, or not buying at all. And I know Sherry has told me a number of times that she has gone through her list of questions with her client about what's important to that client, and then the client gets kind of sidetracked because she saw some special unit with special shiny fridge and stove and all those things, and she went through her list and said, look, this isn't on your list because you said you want to be close to some SkyTrain, you want to be close to some shopping, and this isn't the place for you. You shouldn't be buying it.
I've heard too, on the other side of the coin when it comes to realtors, Sherry, we've talked about this before, but let's say you're a buyer's agent.
Yes.
So you work with a client. You could work with the client for 6 months. You take them around. You spend your gas. You spend your time. You buy the odd coffee, whatever. Yeah. And then one Sunday afternoon, you get a call. Hi, Sherry. Guess what? We just found this beautiful place, and we put an offer in on it. And how much do you get paid for that?
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Kind of like the airline pilot that sits there on the runway and the plane's not going anywhere. You're not getting paid till it starts to roll down that runway.
That's right. And, I've got clients where I sold them a house, 8 years ago. And I've been doing this for 10 years. No, I was paid.
Okay.
I was paid a nice commission 8 years ago, but they still call me on a regular basis just asking my opinion on things. They may never sell again. They may never buy again. But for me, it was about making sure that their needs were met. I found them the right place, and I have an ongoing relationship. They can call me anytime, and that's worth its weight in gold.
And, and the two of you, Bill and Sherry, you could become the person's mortgage broker or their realtor for the family for life.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I saw a client on Thursday night up in Coquitlam, and we've been working with these clients for probably 8 years, I guess, maybe 10. And what happened is that we thought that they were going to be selling that area there and moving into the mission area. So I introduced them to a realtor up there, Al Eagleton, and Al was going to look after them, and he did a great job. And they realized that for them to sell that property, they couldn't sell it for what they needed to, so they'd have enough money for the down payment on the property mission. So I was calling them and said, well, your mortgage is coming up for renewal. You got to do something with it. I went and saw them on Thursday night. I got a special form for them to sign so I could work on their behalf. We got them renewed at their existing lender at a better rate than what the lender was going to give them. And we got them to sign it. And they said, well, why are you doing this? I said, because you're my clients. They said, well, do you get paid on this? I said, we don't get paid on new money. So this is existing money with an existing lender. We're just trying to get you a better rate. They said, well, why would you drive all this way? We could have done this by Skype. I said, because first off, I'm a face-to-face guy. I mean, I'm old school. And secondly, I mean, what would that look like if I'm not making any money, so I'm not going to come out and see you? I mean, how does that make any sense?
Interesting.
And so we got them all signed, and they're getting a great rate. And we'll watch them for the next 5 years.
And Marty, thank you for your question. Nice Marty to call.
That was a good question.
Good
It
question.
was a really good question. Had me on my toes, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, me scared there for a minute. And we'll talk to you from San Francisco next week.
Absolutely.
You can get expert mortgage information online by visiting BillyMac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or by calling Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
In the next segment of our show, our home handy guy, Finn Jensen, says sometimes things get lost or just plain disappear when you move. I wonder what he means.
This is Sherry Brown of RE/MAX Performance Realty with Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. Our producer today, Dwayne Bishop and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on AM 650.
Jim Perkins, president and founder of Fair Trade Works.
There's a big difference between what contractors feel they should charge and the real price of labour and materials. We're proud to introduce a new system to drive quality, promote transparency in housing costs, and save you money.
Fair Trade Works' new system provides wholesale pricing on materials and pre-vetted labor, access to budgeted designers, and more. Details at fairtradeworks.biz.
We deliver on quality, we deliver on price.
Find out more at fairtradeworks.biz. fairtradeworks.biz.
Hi, this is Rima with the Delta Rise, Delta's tallest and newest tower, rising 37 stories. Delta Rise is known for its accessible location, great outdoor amenities, and smartly designed floor plans. For more information, visit us at the corner of Scott Road and 80th Avenue or online at deltarise.ca. Come find out what all the hype is about. It's why we call it 37 stories of wow.
Hi, this is Bill Macklin from Dominion Macklin Mortgages. Most people need advice on mortgage financing. We provide personal financial advice with no vested interest and at no cost. We're compensated by the lenders. We'll review your current financial situation to determine if you are ready to purchase. If not, we'll help develop a plan to put home ownership in your future. For more information, call 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
AM 650.
This old house is getting shaky, boys. This old house is getting old. This old house flits in the rain now, and this house flits in the cold.
And it's time right now to hear from Finn Jensen, our radio real estate home handyman. Finn, good morning.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning, Sherry. Many neighborhoods have experienced an upswing in home sales. With so much activity going on, sometimes things are lost. It happened to one family that when the movers had finished their delivery to their new home, that a second large moving van appeared the following day. The neighbors thought it a bit unusual. Where the heck are they putting all that stuff? The backyard must be full. As it turned out, no problem. The second truck had not brought anything in. They were simply removing everything in the house to where nobody knows. Happily, that sort of brazen theft doesn't happen often. But it does warn people to be careful with their property, especially during holidays. Summertime is a happy time for clever thieves. With people traveling and spending more time away from their home, their window of opportunity is wide open. It is up to everyone to safeguard one's property. The police can only do so much. They can't place a man at every door. The problem is an old one. The element has always been with us. Most people work for what they have. But there are always those who would rather that you work for what they have. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
Summer is here, and if you have any plumbing or air conditioning work that needs to be done, call Finn Jensen at 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
It's the Radio Real Estate Show, and before we go, Sherry, you have an open house today.
I do. I have an open house at a beautiful 6-year-old townhouse in Newton. It's unit number 55, 7815 138th Street. very close to my parents' house. So you would have great neighbors because they are wonderful people. And it's $379.9. We just adjusted the price to this new wonderful price, $379.9. It's almost 2,000 square feet. 3 bedrooms. It's a side-by-side double garage, which is nice. It's not one of those tandem ones. I don't like those, but it's side-by-side, and I'll be there today between 1 and 3. So if you want to come by 7815 138th Street in Surrey, I'll be there between 1 and 3 today.
And if somebody needs some more information, they can call you.
They can give me a call. My cell, 604-970-6789. That's 604-970-6789. Or they can always email me at sherrybrown.ca. That's SHERI brown.ca.
In the middle of our street.
Well, you know what that music means? It means we have to go outside, the three of us. We're going to take Dwayne along because we have more signs to pick up today, but we'll get the street cleared up.
We will.
It'll be nice. Now, Bill Macklem, you're with us again next week, but you're going to be on the air from San Francisco.
And I may even be on the ferry to Alcatraz.
And I want to give you a little bit of advice, Willie. When you get down there, make sure you're wearing some flowers in your hair if you go to San Francisco.
I heard that.
It's a song, yeah.
We're going to the Height Ashbury.
That'd be Haight-Ashbury.
You hate Ashbury?
Yeah, I do. Jeez, just get out of here. Go to San Francisco. And Sherry, you're with us again next week.
I will be here with you next week, yes.
And Dwayne will be in Montreal.
Everybody's going away. It's just you and me.
Just you and me doing the show.
Racing? Going to the car racing?
It doesn't matter where he's going. He just won't be here, and you'll be in San Francisco. So just go and leave us alone, and we're back next Saturday. Enjoy your week, Billy.
Thank you very much.
Dwayne, have a good flight. Sherry, have a wonderful week. We'll see you back here. And I'll talk to you Monday afternoon at 2 on the radio. Till then, go buy a house or two. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.